And we're going to focus on Victoria now for the latest of our isolation interviews. We've grabbed Ben Asgari from racing.com, who's a regular on trackside. And Ben, you're suited, ready to go for the night meeting at Pakenham tonight. We're going to talk about that shortly. But first of all, Bendigo, Golden Mile Day tomorrow. How much are you looking forward to this one?
It's a ripper, and gee, we're looking forward to it more than ever, aren't we? Because we almost had racing taken away from us here in Victoria this week. We did have it suspended temporarily on while we're waiting for that Mark Zara COVID test. So you guys obviously know what it's like. We're certainly not taking racing for granted here. And to have this meeting going ahead, we don't know how long we've got racing for, but gee, there's deep fields. I think everyone's trying to get a run or two in before we potentially lose racing, and it looks a fantastic meeting.
Yeah, exactly. A few ex-Kiwi horses over there as well. First off, let's have a look at that Golden Mile. 150,000 Australian is race 8 at Bendigo. It looks like a really sort of deep field. How did you line it up?
Yeah, extraordinary field. 4 emergencies. We've had one come out with Gala Chop scratch, so Iconoclasm gets in. There's still 3 emergencies trying to get a run. There's emergencies with 98 ratings. Just shows how strong this race is. It should really, it's like a group class field. I'm going to forgive Princess Jenny's last start in the Sunline Stakes. I know she was disappointing. It was very hard to get out 3 wide and make ground at the Valley that night. She was terrific first up. She usually flies second up, so I'm going to forgive the run. She started 290 there at Group 2 level. If you forgive that run, then suddenly at $4 plus, I think she looks the best. So you're taking a little bit of a leap of faith, but if you do, I can certainly make a case for Princess Jenny.
There's a decent undercard as well. What are the races you're most looking forward to there?
Yeah, I like the Guineas. I'm with Riddle Me That on top. I thought he was pretty good behind Spend. He has to turn the tables on that horse, but he was 3 wide without cover, and I think he can settle close to the speed and potentially turn the tables on Spend there. I do think for those playing multiples, there's plenty of value. Like Airborne can run well at double figures, Star Surprise, Debt and Deficit, they can all run well at double figures. But Riddle Me That's the horse I like in a really good edition of the Guineas. The 2 horses I'm particularly keen on in the program, race 1, Grand Promenade. Now, he's a promising stayer. He finds a pretty moderate field here. I'm surprised they're betting around the 250 mark. I think he probably should be about even money. I think he is the best bet on the program. I'm really keen on Big Night Out. I'm not alone there. There's plenty of people that have been waiting for Big Night Out to get to 1,400 metres. And because there's so many waiting for him, there's not a great price. He's around that 250, 260 mark. But I do think he's going to be very hard to beat in the last race.